I'm going to talk about an environmental challenge facing our planet, global warming. Global warming refers to an increase in temperatures of the Earth's atmosphere that occurred over the past century. Most scientists agree that the current warming of our planet has been caused by human activities, which is gradually damaging the environment. But most people disagree on the idea of how human activities are changing the environment. Global warming is caused by many factors, but most scientists agree that the main cause to global warming is the increase of greenhouse gases in the atmosphere, such as carbon dioxide, methane, and nitrous oxide. When sunlight energy enters our atmosphere, people, plants, and animals absorb most of this sunlight energy. Then they release some of this sunlight energy as in the form of heat. When these greenhouse gases are in the atmosphere, instead of allowing the heat to go through them, they also absorb this heat and then return it back to the people, plants, and animals. When these greenhouse gases are also in the atmosphere, they cause a natural heating up called the greenhouse effect. The greenhouse effect refers to the trapping of heat and light of the sun caused by an increase of greenhouse gases in the atmosphere. Numerous scientific studies have shown that the amount of greenhouse gases released by human activities is the cause for the rise in global temperatures. The greenhouse effect behaves much like a greenhouse. Greenhouses work by trapping heat and light from the sun. This makes a warm and humid environment for the plants living in the greenhouse. Once heat and light enters the greenhouse, it cannot escape back into the surrounding air. In most cases, the greenhouse effect makes it appropriate to live on Earth. Without it, the Earth would be burning hot or freezing cold. Another main cause to global warming is the burning of fossil fuels. We use fossil fuels to power our homes and cars. Fossil fuels are burned to create electricity in most cases. When these fossil fuels are burned, they release dangerous chemicals into the atmosphere. Some of these chemicals are greenhouse gases. When these fossil fuels are burned and have released chemicals into the atmosphere, they have just now polluted the air and water. This pollution is linked to global warming, since most of the pollution contains greenhouse gases. Acid rain is a result of pollution. When acid rain enters the atmosphere and interacts with plants and animals, eventually they die. Fossil fuels are formed from the remains of marine plants and animals that lived millions of years ago. When these aquatic species died, their decaying bodies sank to the bottom of their habitat. Over time, their bodies were covered by layers of sand and stone. Pressure from these layers caused their bodies to turn into fossil fuels. Today, we pump these fossil fuels from the ground. Over the last century, the surface temperature of our planet has risen a little more than 1 degree Fahrenheit. Most scientists predict that the surface temperature of our planet will increase in the years to come. 1 degree Fahrenheit may not sound like much, but it is enough to harm human health, economies, and ecosystems. Global warming is affecting many parts of our planet, and we are now seeing some dramatic effects. Changes in climate can damage coral and coral reefs, causing many aquatic species to disappear. Earth's polar ice caps can melt from just a difference of a few degrees in Fahrenheit, cause flooding coastlines and damaging the habitats of people, plants, and animals. Global warming has caused extreme weather patterns, including heat waves, droughts, floods, and hurricanes. Heat waves and droughts have caused thousands of deaths in Europe and India. Floods and hurricanes have decreased the elevation of Tuvalu and the Maldives. Greenland has lost most of its snowfall yearly, and over time it will lose more. We can do many things to stop the accumulation of greenhouse gases in the atmosphere. The more you walk, ride your bike, carpool, and use less electricity can decrease the amount of greenhouse gases in the atmosphere. Also, planting trees and recycling can decrease the amount of greenhouse gases in the atmosphere. Global warming is now occurring and we must take action now. Thank you. I got my information from BrainPop, Library ThinkQuest, and Microsoft Clipart.